Healing Journeys today. Butch Hartman here with Julieann Hartman, and you just swallowed some ice.
I just
just swallowed some ice. But hey, you know why? Because it's so hot here in Southern California where we are recording, but we are blessed to have you guys with us today. Welcome to HARTbeat, and this is the show where we talk about relationships, marriage, which is a relationship, in a godly way. We want you to be able to have the strongest marriage possible because through Jesus, we can definitely have a stronger relationship. It is Jesus who is to be our model for relationships because after all, who could have a better relationship with people than Jesus? He always encouraged us to forgive our enemies. He always encouraged us to forgive people. He always encouraged us to love people no matter what they did to you.
Love our neighbors as
love your neighbor as yourself. And he says, forgive your enemies, pray for those who spitefully use you. He tells us to do all these things that we would never want to do and things that we even think we could do. Wait a minute, Jesus, you want us to forgive our enemies? You want us to love people even though they don't love us? You want us to forgive someone 70 times 7? You know, that's 490 times. What are you kidding? But that's the kind of relationship we strive to have. We're not perfect because we're humans, but our Savior Jesus is. And so we're just grateful that we're here.
You know, it's funny about that. You're like going, wait, you want me to forgive? It's like Jesus doesn't get anything out of you forgiving somebody.
No.
This is for you. This is for us. Think about it. He doesn't get anything out of this. He's trying to tell us that this is the thing that's going to free your heart of whatever it is that's going on. And especially in marriage, because, you know, if it's somebody on the outside, you'll be like, I'm never going to see them again. But now it's my husband or my wife and I'm living with you. How am I going to forgive you? And so that's a very strong subject to talk about. But today we want to talk about having how to avoid fighting, arguing in your marriage, because, you know, when you get angry and because I said something or maybe someone else said something, but you take it out on me or I take it out on you, that's not just a guy does that. Girls do that too. You know, like sometimes we just fly off and say things we do not mean. And so we have to stop ourselves and say, wait a minute, that really was not meant for you at all. This was something else that I'm feeling right now. And you just have to be standing in the way. And so, you know, we have to take responsibility for those things. And that's really important because this marriage is not just all me or all you. It's both of us. So there are things that we could do in a marriage that will help us to avoid those arguments.
Before we get there, you said take responsibility. And a lot of people in marriages don't want to take responsibility. We want to be mad. We want everybody to know. And we want to make sure that you hear my point and I don't care about your point because it's all about me. And all that matters is what I say. And you can go and just sit over there and listen. And you'll be lucky if I talk to you ever again. And that's not what Jesus is all about.
No.
He is about, I'm about to sneeze.
Don't sneeze.
No, I didn't. Okay. He is about.
They say if you scare somebody, like, boo.
Is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why that even happened. It's funny. I haven't sneezed all day, and then we get on here. So anyway, but it's all about us trying to, again, make it all about us. It's all about us making it all about us. And that's what we don't want to do in marriage or even in life. And Jesus is constantly encouraging you to die to yourself. Forgive one another, even as God in Christ gave you. If you want to follow me, deny yourself. That means you cannot follow Jesus unless you deny yourself. Why? Because it has to be about him and not you.
Well, you can, but it's not going to be the life that you're looking for.
Well, you can't. Okay,
it's going to be one-sided.
You can follow Jesus, but it won't be the rich, amazing, incredibly abundant, fruitful relationship that it can be. Because you haven't died to yourself. You're following, Todd White says it best. I love this. You feast on the world and you taste test Jesus. I love that. That's Todd White. Yeah. But what are some of the ways we can avoid fights in marriage, Julieann Hartman?
Well, we can first of all listen without interrupting each other. That's because it doesn't even.
I didn't interrupt.
It doesn't even have to be an argument. I mean, you could just be discussing something very, very important. To you, very personal, and you're just trying to tell me what's wrong, but I just keep interrupting. And do I know this because I've done it before? Yes, I've done it. And does that make you feel better or do you get more angry does it bother you? Not just like angry, but does it bother you when I just keep trying to interrupt you?
Well, it depends on the situation, but I will just go, let's go to a business meeting. We have a lot of meetings in our office.
All the time.
All the time. And so I'll have a point to make and I'll begin to make my point and someone will say something. Now I want to honor that person and they're excited to say their point or someone else, or I do this as well, I'll interrupt someone else. But if I have a point I want to make and someone interrupts me, now I'm forced to wait and remember my point. So I'm remembering, then someone else speaks up and someone else speaks up. Now 4 people have talked before I can even get to my point, which was 5 points ago.
But should you get mad?
No, I shouldn't get mad, but it is sometimes frustrating when my point I felt would have solved the issue 5 points ago, but I was trying to honor other people and let them speak. So that's where things can get frustrating. And if you aren't able to be mature enough to look past that and move on to your next point, then
just keep it and just wait. But I know that so what happens when we get frustrated, especially that's like a meeting. But in our personal lives, when someone is trying to get a point across of like, this is what's bothering me. You asked me what was wrong. I'm telling you, but you're trying to fix me already. And I've done that to him many times and he's done that to me. Like, let me just get it out. Instead of you trying to, put the Band-Aid on right away. It's like, I want to put the bandage on. But you're like, no, let me just get it out first. And then we can talk about the triage.
So listening without interrupting. What's another way we can avoid a fight in a marriage, Julieann? Do you have them written down?
I do, actually.
Right here.
Don't blame harshly.
Don't blame harshly. Meaning
blame them, but don't do it harshly. No, I'm kidding.
You skipped a bunch.
Well, no, I chose this one.
You like that one? Okay.
I thought that one's really important.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm looking at the second one, which I like as well. But I like the second one. Okay, we're skipping a couple, but I see why she did. Don't blame harshly. Don't blame harshly. So what does blaming harshly mean? That means I can't believe this. This is all your fault. Right?
You're angry. You're blaming me, but you're angry behind it. Someone would be angry, which anybody has. They can be angry if they want, but obviously let's talk about it. And why are you angry and why are you letting it get to that level? But when you start blaming harshly because it's your fault, it's because of you that you did this, that I'm the way I am today. Now, that might be true, right? Someone might neglect their spouse and now the spouse is insecure and all kinds of different emotional upheavals in their life because of it. That might be true. But when you blame harshly, nothing's going to get solved at all. We're going to get into another argument about the harshness of the tone of your voice.
Mm-hmm. And let's say someone did do something that deserves blame, or I don't mean deserves, but yes, it was someone's fault. Doesn't mean you got to call them out on it. And also, no one ever likes to think that they're wrong. No one goes, you know what? Thanks for telling me I was wrong. I really enjoyed that. Now, people be polite about it. Yeah. Absolutely. But no one likes to be wrong. No one likes to be told that they're wrong. People will absolutely admit when they're wrong if they're a good person. So just watch how you blame anybody for anything and look at the situation. Is it really worth blaming that person? The person probably already knows they messed up. The person probably already knows it's a huge issue. It depends on the situation, but please use discernment when blaming.
Yeah.
And look how you'd feel in that situation and maybe reverse it.
Yes. And now the next one is what you were referring to, but I wanted to do that one first.
I love that.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I said we skipped something. My apologies.
Choose calm words. So I was trying to use some calm words on you just now because when you skipped, when you told everybody I skipped.
No one cares. Nobody cares that we skipped.
No, I know, but I do.
Well, the funny thing was I was ready to go on to the next one and then you skipped to the other one.
So what needs to be on here is when your movie in your head gets interrupted. Right? What do? Whatever it is that you were planning on doing gets a detour, like how do you?
When your screenplay suddenly has a new scene written by somebody else and you weren't ready for it, how are you going to handle that?
He speaks in these terms because he's a writer.
Well, think about it. You're right. Your little movie of your day is going along and then a new scene shows up you weren't expecting, and you're like, what happened there? I wasn't expecting that, Oh, I fell down the stairs. Wasn't expecting that. Oh,
Hey, I was kicked by a donkey. I wasn't expecting
She was
that.
kicked by, well, you were butt
It's funny.
bumped by a donkey.
Just today, I was on my walk and I saw a neighbor like 3 down. And so I said, "Oh, welcome to the neighborhood. How long have you been here?" He said, "Oh, 4 years." I'm like, "Okay, sorry." It's been, I thought he just moved in. But anyway, I go, "Well, we just live 3 doors down." And he goes, "Well, I met the donkey." And I went, "Be careful. She's deadly." So I told her,
don't use the donkey as weapons.
yeah, I said, she was a deadly weapon to me. He laughed. See, no one cares unless you get bumped in the butt from a donkey.
4 years ago, the guy's been here 4 years.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Waiting to meet you.
Didn't even know. Okay, here's one.
No, choose calm words.
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't even discussed this one yet.
What are calm? Well, let's think about that. What are calm words? I've actually learned a lot from watching gentle people. Gentle, mature people. See, my wife and I are very high-strung people. We're very, there's a lot of calm people that are type A, but we're type A as well. Type A personality. We do a lot.
We were actors. What do you think?
We're on stage all the time in our minds. We're always trying to, run things and say things and do things. That's just the type of people we are. But I've met a lot of gentle people that are type A's as well. They just don't talk as much as we do.
Right.
And I've noticed as they will speak, and if they want to correct somebody or correct a situation, they'll use calm words before they'll use harsh ones.
Oh, there's an idea.
I know. Instead of blaming somebody and going, "You messed this up and here's why you're wrong," it's like, well, that was an interesting way to approach that. How can we try it a different way where, we can all benefit? And it's a masterclass in watching, like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. There was a pastor once that I heard, someone had brought some food into the church and he didn't like the food. And so it's like, "Pastor, did you like it?" Instead of saying, "Oh no, I hate this food," he goes, "Well, that one's not my favorite, but all the other ones I really love." And it was just a great way to turn the whole thing around. Like, man, that was really well handled.
That's so true.
It was really well done.
But again, see, we both, and I hate to say it because we're older now, we should not even feel this way, or still react this way. But we both were kind of raised in very kind of like a lot of volatility in the house.
Yeah, when we were younger. Yes.
Yeah. So, but that carried on. So we had to learn how to not do that to each other. So choosing calm words. Do we even know of any?
Gosh, I don't know. The word butter. That's a calm
butter.
Word.
Okay.
Butter's calm.
It's chocolate.
Marshmallow is calm.
Marshmallows. Vanilla.
Very calm.
Yeah.
Soap. That's a calm word.
Yeah.
Very calming.
Whipped cream.
Calming, yeah. So only use those words in conversation. See what you can do.
But what happens is that we're trying to get our point across. I want you to know that you did this, or I didn't do this because you did that, and all that. So I guess what race are we trying to win? What contest are we trying to win? That's kind of what it boils down to. It's like, when I've always said this with Butch too, it's like, wait, I'm on your team. Don't forget that. We're not on different teams.
And then I will say, then quit playing against me.
Right.
Then quit kicking me off the team.
See, now that calm words?
Quit playing against me?
Yeah.
Those are pretty calm. I said it very calm. Which goes to our next one. Is there another one there?
Which is practice daily gratitude.
Well, that was a different one I was thinking of, but that's a good one. Practice daily gratitude. Are we grateful every day for the things we have?
And for each other.
For each other. You're one of the things that I have. You're the most. I'm most
well,
grateful.
It's like you have me, and then you have your car, and then you have your.
Well, my car's okay. I don't care about my car as much as you.
No, you don't. I'm just teasing you.
I love my car, but I've never been a car person.
Really. No, you haven't.
I appreciate a nice car. I think they're great, but I'm just not into like, oh my gosh, I got to have that car. But practice daily gratitude. Do we sit down and just thank the Lord, even on a daily walk or we're driving? Lord, thank you for this beautiful car. Even if your car is an older car, but Father, thank you that I have a job I'm going to. Thank you for my beautiful family. We have some people that we know that just lost a family member, a very dear family member, obviously, and you have no idea what they're going through.
Nobody does.
So unless, again, I'm not trying to say that hasn't happened to someone out there, but that's something where there's something to really be upset about. And then, being upset about whatever I was upset about, little things, can't even compare to what these people are going through. So, we have a lot to be grateful for. and be grateful for your spouse, be grateful for your life, be grateful for your family.
Well, let's be grateful for Jesus, because
Number one.
Because without him, we have nothing. I mean, seriously, without Jesus, we have nothing. We don't have a great marriage. We'll have a marriage, but that's about as far as it goes. It's just like a paper between the two of us. Because when you get married under Christ, you have a covenant with each other. And it goes a lot deeper than just a piece of paper that you could actually tear up one day and then change your name back to your maiden name, right? So it is much more than that. And because what I love is that in marriage, there's a purpose for your marriage. The reason why you two were put together to do things that God needed to have done in this world. And it's going to take you, both of you two, to do it. Amen. So when strife comes and all this stuff happens and it separates you, it's like there went God's plan. So that's why we really want to make sure that we're staying in gratitude with the things that we have, especially our relationship, and tell each other that you're grateful for them. You don't feel like, well, that's, they'll make fun of me if I say that. Well, let them make fun of you. What do you care? As long as Jesus is the number one thing in your life, I mean, the number one before your marriage, even. It's got to be your relationship with Christ, then it's your spouse, then it's your kids, then it's your job. You see how your job is so lower level?
However, job is very important, but it's not more important than the Lord. See, when you follow the Lord, the Bible says, seek the kingdom first, Matthew 6:33. And when you seek the kingdom, all these things shall be added unto you. When you're choosing to follow Jesus, all the byproducts will follow. Like you get all the benefits of knowing him. You get all the benefit package that comes with knowing Jesus.
Yeah.
If you just search for the benefits, you're going to lose a lot of them because you don't know the benefit maker. You need to understand who Jesus is first. What else we got? We got time for one more.
We have time for one more, and that is keep tone gentle.
Keep tone gentle.
That kind of goes with calm words, but the tone of, like, I could say, okay, this is a gentle word. I love you. No, it's a gentle word.
You're so good at that.
It's a calm word.
My ears.
But the tone was not calm. It was not gentle. It was very like yelling, like, I love you. I think you're so hot.
We were here. We get it. We totally understand. We get it.
Oh, but it's true. That's like, what tone are you using?
What tone
okay, here's one. I know when, like, you're calling for your spouse. Let's say you're in the other room. It's like, sweetie, or hey, can you come in here? Big difference.
Yep. And so again, we reap what we sow, even in little things like that, where you call somebody. If you scream at somebody, and then you're going to probably get a scream back, and because
get a really bad look.
People's defenses go up right away, and we've all been there. So I hope these have helped you out. There's a whole more. We should probably do a part 2.
We're going to do a part 2.
Yeah, there's a lot on the list here. So how to avoid fights in your marriage. We really hope this helped a little bit, because again, we want to help you guys make your marriage as strong as it can be.
Yeah.
We've got a brand new show coming up. You're going to really love. We're going to be advertising it now, but I can't tell you the name of it yet, so not much of an advertisement, but it's a really cool show about marriage, and you're going to love it. It's more of an expansion of the show you're seeing right here before you, but we really think you're going to dig it. So we love you, and we're going on our Celtic Nations tour.
Yes.
Soon. We're going to be going to Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and we're leaving extremely soon. So one of our broadcasts coming up here will be from that area of the country, or the world, I should say.
Yep.
So we can't wait to share all that.
Yep. So go to healingjourneystoday.com, and you can find out where we are and what we're doing. We're going to live stream. You can also make sure you go to our Instagram, because we're going to be doing a lot of live stuff on that as well. But I want you to come along with us on this tour. I mean, God gave me the idea and told me the vision for it in 2019. And now look where we are in 2025. So it's going to be awesome. We want you to come along with us online. So we love you all so much, and we'll see you next time.